Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to hear a story so vile, so twisted, it will shake you to your core. A story of pure evil hiding in plain sight. A father who became a predator. A daughter trapped in a nightmare for over a decade. And 3 innocent children born from unspeakable horror. This is Kenneth "Kenny" Cook. A 43-year-old monster from Oak Hill, West Virginia. And the crimes he's accused of? They're the stuff of nightmares. Imagine this, a little girl just 9 years old. Her own father, the man who was supposed to protect her, starts sexually abusing her. And it doesn't stop. For 13 years, he keeps her trapped. Isolated. Terrified. By the time she's 15, she's pregnant with his child. By 22? 3 kids. All born from incest. All born from SA, but here's where it gets even more sickening. Alexzandrea, his own daughter, says she tried to report him. Multiple times. But guess what? Nothing happened. Why? Because her grandmother, Kenny's own mother, worked for CPS and allegedly covered it up. Let that sink in. The system failed her. The people who were supposed to protect her betrayed her. And Kenny Cook? He kept on abusing her. Controlling her. Denying her a phone, transportation, anything to keep her silent. And when their youngest child was born sick, he refused hospital care because he was terrified the truth would come out. But justice? It finally came knocking. When that malnourished baby weighing only 6 pounds was examined, doctors made a horrifying discovery. The child had traits linked to incest. DNA tests confirmed it. Kenny Cook was both the father and grandfather of that baby. Let me say that again. He is the father and the grandfather of his own children. This isn't just a crime, this is pure, unfiltered evil. Now, Kenny Cook sits behind bars on a $500,000 bond. But here's the question, why did it take so long? How many people knew and stayed silent? How many looked the other way while a child suffered? This case isn't just about one monster. It's about every single person who enabled him. And it's about justice for Alexzandrea and those 3 innocent kids born into a nightmare they never asked for. She was 9 when she first reported the abuse. No one listened. Alexzandrea took to social media and released a statement, and this is what she had to say. Since court has now ended, I'm gonna speak my part on the monster most of y'all keep messaging me about. I'm only doing this because I'm tired of the messages. I have reported him multiple times since I was 9 years old, but since my grandmother worked hand in hand with CPS, nobody believed me. She made them all think I was lying about it. When my grandpa found out what was happening, he didn't even look surprised. The last time I told a guidance counselor what was happening and CPS was called, my grandma had it swept under the rug, and my dad told me if I ever told again, he knew ways to get me erased. I wasn't allowed to have a phone, vehicle, or anything. He did his absolute most to keep me from anyone on my mom's side of the family. When he saw how I got attached to our neighbor, he told me he was going to end up shooting him and forced me to leave the room when he came down so I wouldn't say anything. My youngest was born with health issues and stayed in the hospital the first week of his life, but wasn't allowed to go to the doctors afterward because he was scared of the truth of what he had done leaking out. I was nursing a sick baby on my own who desperately needed medical attention. So messaging me telling me he is a monster doesn't help. I know he is a monster. I had to live with and survive that monster. Y'all don't know how many times I've considered taking my life because I was afraid it would never end. Please, just stop messaging me over it. I understand some of y'all are sorry, and I understand some of you are trash who support his behavior and actions. But be sorry or angry from a distance. I will never forget or forgive what he did. I'm doing all I can to heal from it. To the families suffering in silence, we see you. This is Rank Mogul, and I'll see you in the next firestorm.